podcast. I'm sitting with Jessica and Emora, my beautiful daughters. And as I said before, we trying to get this in the can. And I just want to get this on record and record this. So um, this podcast is, like I said, this is about the 44,000 collateral consequences that come from being incarcerated, right? So I'm going to talk about one of the most important ones, one of the most major ones that gets overlooked, but really don't, people don't really put the emphasis on this right here. That's taking black men out of families that they need, right? I ain't talking about people going to jail that aren't out there being dads or aren't out there, wanting to be here for their kids, right? So this is what I want to talk about, how my being incarcerated impacted my children. And I'm going to tell you how my being incarcerated impacted me, right? So first and foremost, before we get going, I want to let you know, for any man that has done anything in this community, I've committed a lot of destruction in my community. I've committed a lot of harm in my community, and so I'm responsible, and I apologize for that, right? I'm sincerely sorry for the damage I've caused my community, because that traumatized a lot of people. I'm well aware of that. It takes a man to know that, right? So first thing that makes you a man is accountability. Being accountable for I'm accountable for everything I've done. It's nobody's fault but mine. I made the choices, and I accept the consequences. I did 24 years, 7 months for my behavior. I did 24 years, 7 months behind behavior. I should not have done that, but I had a nonviolent crime, which was a crime in itself. But I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. What I do want to do is talk about going forward, how young men need to stay out here on these streets and protect these women and these children, because they're not protected when you're not here. So moving forward, talking to my oldest daughter, Jessica, she was a baby when I left. So how did my incarceration, me being taken from you, kidnapped and confined by the slave master, how did that affect your life, in if any?
Honestly, growing up, so I would say just growing up around that time, I was kind of like the oldest amongst the kids. I was like the oldest amongst the children, right? So,
Right.
like me, I've seen the effects of incarceration on me, us, the entire family. I'm gonna be very honest. I get your first prison sentence confused a little bit because of things that happened.